fast. This is going to be a real sort of mix here. Football Club will look to go through the middle. Shandong will try and find the wide channels. We're up and running. The kickoff gathered here by Football Club. Take the contact. Win the ball. Hit the midfield. Hard carry in the middle. Dummy runners. They're going to spread it wide. A little unforced error there. Eva Guerrero in the ring there. He's been dangerous all day. Beats a couple, but Shandong on that ball quickly. Out we go again, up the midfield. Step from Lizzie Gibson. She's run hard all day. Football Club searching for answers here, trying to find a way through the Shandong defence, which has been quite tight all day. Another error there, Ash. It's all on here already.
A really strong opening defensive effort there from Shandong, getting over that ball, being hard to move, and winning themselves a penalty.
Quick consultation here, but the call for scrum, interesting choice because that Football Club scrum has been pretty strong all day, and I expect we'll see a big push here. Ash, you're a skinny man, but you still play in the front row. How do you see this one going?
Well, they obviously want to bring in that forward pack of the Football Club, get some more options outside here for these dynamic backs that Shandong have. Let's see what they can produce.
In goes the ball. On comes that push from Football Club as expected. Digging. Gets hit out. Looking for an outside shoulder. Straight to the touchline. That looks like Menling up there. He's been dangerous all day. Held up. Shandong retain compression. Retain possession. Up the guts. Still we keep that quick ball. Big counter ruck coming in from Football Club. Rossini Turner in there. Disrupting, wrestling, winning the ball back for the home side.
Yeah, and one goes the other way this time. Football Club doing really well there with Shandong hot on attack, but they let the steam off.
So, the big touch to relieve some pressure. Hong Kong Football Club line out just on the outside of the 22. Zoe Teese gets ready to send this one into a line out. Couple of bits of tall timber in there for Football Club. Ellie Gibson, the dummy. We go to the front, the loop. Zoe Teese takes off down the touchline. But again, Football Club have been giving away penalties all day, and it may cost them here as Shandong jumping the attack straight away. Oh, it's here and skirmish.
Yeah, it's a little bit messy, but Shandong doing really well there to force an error. And it's another scrum, hot on attack here for Shandong.
So, Shandong playmaker. Zhao Ying gets ready to feed this one in. They've been camped down here for the last couple of minutes. They'll want to turn this pressure into points. They need to turn this pressure into points and break the deadlock here in the women's plate final. Live from Sports World in the world's best 10s. In goes the ball, out comes the ball. They'll go wide. They always try and find the outside shoulder. Over the top to Gao Zhaoyang. Very, very close here. Retain possession. Once again going wide. Ren Ji-yu finds the outside shoulder. 5-0 Shandong.
Yeah, that's fantastic work from Shandong, going coast to coast, and then you just using all her pace to get around that Football Club defender, and it's try time down here at Football Club.
That's mate, real clash of styles here. Football Club probably a bit heavier, will go through the middle, a bit more physical, and Shandong will look to move it. What do you think is going to be victorious? Which style of play?
Well, in 10s, there's a lot of space, so if you've got the athletes with the wheels, it's proven pretty effective so far. But don't write off this Natixis Football Club team. They have plenty of athletes themselves.
So with 2 points added by Shandong as they take a 7-0 lead here in the women's plate final. 5.5 on the clock as the sun goes down over the stand here and the floodlights are on. What a night to be here in Hong Kong for the knockout stages of the Hong Kong 10s. As Zhao gets us back underway, gathered well by Letita Bobo for Hong Kong Football Club. Slightly slower ball. Zoe Teese at first receiver. The ball comes while he couldn't find the space. Oh, another unforced error from Football Club. I tell you what, they've struggled under pressure a bit, Football Club today. They get a little bit excited, the teams, and against the likes of Shandong, who are proven players, who are much calmer under pressure, it could affect the match.
It definitely could, and Shandong looking to open things up here as well, and there's heaps of space.
Oh. Lizzie Gibson somehow got her paws on the ball there as Football Club look to clear the lines, and they do so. They do so only as far as Zhu Zhaoyan. Looking for a gap, gets off to Ruan Hongting, who makes some good yardage. Once again, they look to go wide. They'll always find the outside shoulder, try and expose the bigger Hong Kong Football Club pack. Slower ball here now as Zhao Yin gets into base. Finds Liu Xingyu. Quick line here. Hua Baby out to Ruan Hongting, and she's going to scamper in for a second as Shandong take control here.
Yeah, they're doing really well just building phases, keeping the ball, and Ruan Hongting does enough to dot it down in the corner for the second try here for Shandong, bringing the score up to 12-0.
Yeah, Shandong in a very, very tough Cup semi-final earlier on, missing out to the HKFC Hong Kong legends, New Zealand legends rather, who'd have to say are probably favourites for the Women's Cup, Ash.
Yeah, they have looked really strong all tournament, and they've got some tremendous athletes that they've brought over here. The RKS New Zealand legends, be sure to look out for them in the grand final coming up shortly.
So, Shandong don't convert that one, and the score remains 12-0. Great pictures here from the main pitch at Football Club as Hua Baby gets up the challenge. Big hit comes in from Latida Bobo. Shandong look to mount an attack. They'll always push these wide channels here. Puts on the afterburners. Holding possession well. Good line speed from Football Club. You can see the Shandong game plan, just trying to go out the outside. Should be a simple case of hands here. Step inside. Oh, they butchered that one. A 3-1. They couldn't finish it.
Yeah, great defensive effort there from Football Club to nullify that attack, but it's not over yet.
Come wide again. Big hits coming in from Football Club. We're defending here with everything they've got. Shandong once again, coast to coast. Short line there from Hua Bebe, who has been strong all day today and yesterday. Ruan Ting Tong, who scored the last couple. Sorry, Ruan Hongting rather. As Football Club survived, but let's be honest, Shandong looking a little sharper, a little bit fitter, and a little bit faster here.
Absolutely. The Football Club are struggling to get it out of their own half. A lot of the territory battle is going the way of Shandong so far, and they are capitalising on it. 12-0 they lead, and Football Club running on a few different changes, trying to add and inject a little bit of fresh legs into this team.
Yeah, great scenes here once again at the Football Club. Been down to the Sportsman's Bar and had a walk around, and great to see so many old teammates and friends reuniting here at the Football Club and easing into 7th week, and what a week it is. But it all starts here for Hong Kong Football Club 10s as Shandong feed the scrum in the final moments here of the first half of our women's plate final. Can they score again? They've got the numbers if they can use it. Unforced error, drop ball, not a great pass, but they clean it up, stay big in the contact. Numbers arrive. Ying gets it away. Hua Baby in the midfield there. She is strong and powerful. Look at the way she holds up the contact there. The ball's recycled. Over the top. Over the top it goes. Can she get the inside pass to Zhao Yang? Not quite. Roshini Turner from Football Club doing their best to slow it down. But this onslaught continues from Shandong. They're happy to go beat, ship it through. Here she comes! Gao Xiaoyang!
What a fantastic showcase of skill there. A perfectly executed rubber kick through and a fantastic chase gives Shandong their third try and really taking a lead here in the first half.
Yeah, and that's likely to be the last sort of actions here of the half as Xiaoyan pushes the conversion wide. Half time, Shandong 17, Hong Kong Football Club 0.
I've been really impressed with how Shandong have managed this game. They have kept all the pressure back on Football Club, keeping them forced deep into their own half, and then small errors coming from the Hong Kong team, and Shandong are capitalising on that nicely. 17 plays 0 down here in the women's plate final for the tradition Hong Kong Football Club 10s.
So the pit teams have made their way onto the pitch. The coaches here delivering their last key messages of the day. Because after this game for Shandong and Hong Kong Football Club, it's into the recovery bath, it's into the bar. They've earned their break. They've contested so well over the last few days, both these teams. And Natixis, Hong Kong Football Club, facing a real uphill battle here as they look to try and claw back the Shandong lead.
Yeah, they will definitely be looking for a strong opening start to the second half if they want to contest for this plate final.
So, we're about to get back underway here in the final of the women's plate competition. 2025, tradition Hong Kong 10s. Georgina Tasker gets us underway, well taken. The big hit comes in from Roshini Turner. She's been on fire today, throwing herself into contact. Once again, Shandong look to throw it wide, strain away. Ash, you can't win rugby games without the ball, and Football Club haven't had the ball.
That's absolutely correct. Shandong doing so well to win those small margins and hog the ball from Natixis Football Club.
Yeah, unfortunately, Football Club, when they get the ball, they seem to give it up far too easily. Lizzie Gibson gets it in again, another unforced error from Football Club as the pressure comes on from Shandong. Lizzie Gibson holds up in contact, beats one, beats two, does well. Support arrives in the form of Roshini Turner. Through the hands. Oh, dancing feet. The dancing feet of Georgina Tasker does really well. Makes real inroads into Shandong territory here. Lizzie Gibson pops it on. Roshini Turner crashes through. Takes two with her. Tasker, Georgina Tasker once again. She's really breathed some life into this Football Club team. Held up. 5 out, Lizzie Gibson, first receiver. They spread it wide. Roshini Turner straightens up. She only knows one way, and that's forward. Gets the offload, puts out wide. Can she get it? Just held up.
This is exactly the start to the second half that the Football Club will be looking for. Not quite able to convert yet, but they've got a penalty. Hot on attack down here in the Shandong half.
Football Club up for the quick tap. Give it to the powerhouse forwards. Lafita just held up short. Snuck on through. Lizzie Gibson with the treats.
Brilliant work there from Gisborne, and heads up play just to dot that one down and get Football Club back into this contest. Really good opening minutes here from the Natixis ice. But I must say, Georgina Tasker came out in the second half and has brought a lot of life into this football club team.
Mate, she carried the ball 3 times there for about 40 yards. Pretty sure she's just converted the try as well. The one-man show in the form of Georgina Tasker here for Hong Kong Football Club as they cut the deficit down to 10. Shandong 17. Hong Kong Football Club 7. We're off again. Tasker with the restart. Gathered by Shandong. Turned over by Football Club. Lafita carries hard, straight up the guts again. And Rosie down at halfback, scurrying, looking. Big offload there from Gibson. Inside pass, can't quite stick it. It's a different Football Club we're seeing this half, Ash.
Absolutely. They have come here with a point to prove, and they know they've got an uphill battle, but they're up to the contest.
Yeah, big shout out to everyone who's watching from around the world. I know Lachlan Trupp is in Bali watching, no doubt from the beach in between yoga sessions. A man who played many times at the Hong Kong Football Club 10s for both club and the Exiles. As Shandong just look to steady the scrum. Both the front rows jump up and say it wasn't me. So the referee tosses the coin. So Zhao Ying of Shandong defeat the scrum just outside their own 10-meter line. On comes the pressure from Football Club, a lot of pressure, but she gets the ball away. Once again, we look for the wide channels. They find some real space. Backing herself on the outside. Turns on the boosters. Is she going to go all the way? Zhang Jingxi gets caught. Picked up by Zhao Yang. Football Club off their feet. Concede the penalty, but well, not much else they could do in that situation, Ash.
Yeah, really strong scrambling defense there from Football Club. They were in all sorts there as the pacey wingers from Shandong were exploiting in the outside.
Yeah. Scenes there of Gao Zhaoyan. She has been a handful. Huia Baby, 14 there, has been outstanding over 2 days for Shandong. Her work rate, quite frankly, off the charts.
And again, Shandong opt for the scrum off the back of a penalty. Maybe they back themselves up front a little bit more than they do at line-out time.
Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear it. Let's get on your club goes.
But it's all on here in the last 5 minutes of this women's plate final.
Scrum down just outside the Football Club 22. Ying feeds, Gavards feeds it to the midfield. One unforced error there, poor pass, but Shandong looks to have recovered. Ying once again. Zhang Yang finds some space down that wing side here. Working through the phases. Oh, short line was well run there by Zhao Ming. Playing advantage here. Shandong, they'll try and play it, but no, the referee says they're going to come back for yet another unforced error from Football Club.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. They've been hot on attack and playing really well in this first 5 minutes, but they've got to keep it up, keep that consistency going. They still have 10 points to make up here in this women's plate final.
Yeah. Hong Kong Football Club have two opponents here, Shandong and the clock. It's not going in their favour as time continues to tick on down. 3 minutes left here on the clock. Yet another scrum, another feed by Zhao Yin. It's turning, it's wheeling, so they go to the right. Oh, A rare mistake there from Shandong. They're usually pretty solid on that outside channel. Football Club turning over. Showing some real character here, Football Club, as they try to undo this deficit, but Lafita has played that on the ground and he can't do that.
It's unfortunate from Football Club. They did so well defensively there to nullify the Shandong attack. And Shandong are going to be in no hurry to get this one played. And again, for the third time, they opt for a scrum. You must say that they probably just want to run this clock down, as Football Club only have 2 minutes left and a 10-point deficit.
Scrum time again. Yu Zhao Ming getting ready to feed the scrum on the Football Club 10-meter line. As we're into the final 2 minutes here. Shandong RFC with one hand on the plate here. Football Club ill-disciplined once again. The referee pulls them back. Free kick not taken from the mark, so we'll have another crack at it. Once again, Ash, they call the scrum. No, we don't. They tap, they go, they push it wide. Feed it nicely to Zhao Yang, who's been very effective in the number 7 jersey here. Into the midfield they go. Big carry, sucked in two. Where Baby puts some pace in the ball, drawing a pass, and definitely some fatigue sitting in here for both sides after 2 long days of rugby.
Absolutely. Both these teams have had massive shifts over the last 2 days, and you can see the fatigue building in the legs as we roll into the last minute, as Shandong have one hand on that plate already. Football Club get it in nicely.
Crash, bang, wallop. Football Club trying to find a way through here. But it's going to be too little, too late, I fear, as the clock continues to run down. Another penalty. Shandong attack once again. They go wide. Oh, everyone's tired. This is an error-strewn last couple of minutes here, and you can't blame the Ash. It's hot, it's humid, and they played some serious minutes over the last 2 days as the referee blows the whistle and Shandong are crowned 2025 Women's Plate Final.
Yeah, they've been really strong all tournament, and they get the just rewards down here at the Hong Kong Football Club, winning the Women's Plate Final against a very strong Natixis Football Club team. They can hold their heads high. They've played some outstanding rugby, but at the end of the day, it's Shandong 17 winning the Women's Plate Final.
The teams come together to celebrate the greatest game here at the Hong Kong Football Club. The tradition, Hong Kong Football Club 10s, the world's best 10s.
Lovely scenes here as Shandong and Hong Kong Football Club make their way over to the ceremony area. So, Amelie Milan, Managing Director and Head of Comms at APAC for Natixis Corporate and Investment Banking, who's going to take charge of the women's plate presentation here. Natixis, Hong Kong Football Club, making their way up first to collect their runners-up medals. It's a busy time for Football Club because the men's side come out next in the men's plate final. Natixis Hong Kong Football Club taking on the Ashbury Tropics. And then we're in to our main event, 7:40, the Women's Cup Final, and 8:15, the Men's Cup Final. Nowhere else you'd rather be in a Thursday night in Hong Kong in Sevens Week. Let's hear it once again for our women's plate runners-up, Hong Kong Football Club. So as this presentation happens, a great time to head to the bar, grab yourself some ice cold Orion, grab yourself a glass of Piper Heislich, in fact make it a bottle because the finals are coming thick and fast here at Sports Road. So, Shandong collect their medals from Amelie Milan, MD, Head of Comms for APAC, for the great sponsors of rugby, the Hong Kong Football Club, Natixis. Great effort from Shandong, who have played so well for 2 days here. And they get to celebrate now. Raise the bowl, head to the recovery baths, and enjoy a well-earned glass of champagne. So, coming up, 7:05. The men's bowl, Hong Kong Football Club taking on Ashbury Tropics. 7:40, the Women's Cup Final, RKS New Zealand Legends taking on the Nagato Blue Angels. And then finally, to close it all out, 8:15, the Pack Athletic Babas taking on Tradition, YCAC. But for now, let's hear it once more for our women's plate champions, Shandong.
Hong Kong Football Club 10s as we have the men's plate final between the Natixis Hong Kong Football Club versus the Ashbury Tropics. You're here in the commentary box with Ash Hyde and Gordon Bray. What are your thoughts so far, Gordon?
Tropics, who have performed splendidly in this tournament, I've got to say. They started with a win over the overseas Old Boys yesterday, 38-5. They beat the Pirates 28-5. They lost to Shogun, who were the favourites, but knocked out in the semi-final. They lost 26-5. That was a bruiser. And today,